yesterday I did blow out my hair and I did a flat twist. I only used a leave-in and a foam, Nairobi foam, because that's all. Those Nairobi and the Dew are the two foams I've used for twist out. So yeah, so I'm gonna unravel it. I did sit under the hooded dryer, and then I went to bed. So yeah, I didn't saturate my hair a lot with the foam because I only want this twist out for just a few days, like maybe 2 days. So I wanted more of a fluffy, very airy twist out. So it's gonna be light. I know it's gonna be light, but that's on purpose. I want it light. So yes, so far so good. It's dry. Hello, good morning, Amber. Abena. Good morning, my silver liberation, and everybody that's joining. So I'm just taking down my twist out. I did a quick flat twist yesterday. I guess I didn't show you the back, but it's just I wanted a middle part and I wanted to fold down, so that's why it's this way. Because I don't wear middle parts often. So I was like, why not? Why not wear a middle part today? Yeah, so yeah. But yesterday was a very good day for me. I washed, cleansed, conditioned, and blow dried my hair. I did use a heat protectant. I used my Rev Air. Yeah. And I talked about some of the concern that I had been having with my hair, but I just didn't like really voice them because I don't have a big following, but I know I'm always, when I come on the live, somebody might get influenced. So I gotta be careful what I say, how I say it, you know. Tightly curled Lady D. Good morning. The flat twist twist alone are beautiful. Oh, thank you. Good morning, Rhonda. All right. So, just unraveling. I'm not using oils. Just unraveling. Trying not to cause frizz, but frizz is not always a bad thing, especially if you don't have the, I guess, the density and you want volume. You may have to trade definition for volume if you want that full twist out. And also my understanding is like, I don't know, if I didn't have the density I had, I probably would, twist outs wouldn't be my go-to, because in my opinion, they look better if you have like a fuller head of hair. But if you don't have the density, you can make it work for sure. But yeah. All right, I've got 2 more. Oh man, my ring light went out. Abena said, it's looking good so far. Sorry, I have to drop off. Have a good day. Thank you, Abena. You too, have a wonderful day. I won't be here very long. I'm just gonna talk about one last thing that I didn't talk about yesterday. And yeah, ooh, guys, look at that. This is my twist out right here. And I'm really enjoying it. The middle part, because I wear a side back part a lot, when I have to wear a middle part, It's like I have to get used to it again. Anyways, I'll show you the back. And I'll probably, because I don't like a very distinctive line in the middle, so I didn't bring my white tooth comb, but I'll probably go in and just kind of put the white tooth comb on the side and lift the hair if there's any middle part. But yes, this is it, guys, and it's looking super good. Yeah. All right, before I get off, okay, guys, yesterday there was one thing I did not talk about, and I think I was just so excited, and I forgot to mention something that I did that now looking back I shouldn't have done. But it's easy. I'm a human like everybody. Anyway. It's I get influenced too, just like some people do. Good morning, Monique. So this all started when 3 weeks ago, maybe 2.5 weeks ago. I know. Don't quote me on my timeline. But I was sitting on a live listening, okay? And it was a live about, this live was specifically about how to care for your hair if you're getting color, right? But there were some things that were mentioned about, I was able to extrapolate from it some things that would work even if you're not getting color, but you're manipulating your hair. And for me, one thing I've realized now that maybe I wasn't so acutely aware of is that when I'm smoothing and raking, it is manipulation of some sort. I am manipulating my hair. So I am causing some normal, should I say normal? I am causing wear and tear to my hair, okay? But I wasn't deep conditioning or anything like that. So I started noticing, because of everything that was going around, like I said, I also took that in, and then I was looking at my ends and it was like, oh man, my wash and go starts really thick, and then at the end it thins out. Now there is gonna be some normal thinning because it's the oldest part of my hair, so it's inevitable that the hair is gonna thin out at the end. That's why the cuts are very important, right? And making sure whoever's cutting your hair is cutting all that needs to be cut. All right, so anyway, going back to that, I'm trying to be very concise and not like meander, but I might do that. So going back to the live, so I go on the live, I'm listening, and I'm like, oh man, like I'm having I was having, no, I shouldn't say was, I am still having, sometimes when I'm styling, you know, you especially this part of my hair is like, I would say finer compared to the other part, and like more fragile. So usually when I get here is where I get most, when I'm smoothing and raking, you can go to some of my other lives and on YouTube and see, like when I get here, I get some, you know, it's a little more tangly, right? So I was like, you know what? Okay, I know this live is for color, but I think I need to go get Olaplex and K18. So after the live, I didn't talk to my stylist. I had a lot of questions, but I didn't talk to my stylist. And shortly after, I went, and guess what, guys? I went and I got Olaplex 0 and Olaplex 3, all right? And then I also got K18, all right? I'm getting somewhere here. I also got K18. Now, I already had the the protein conditioner, because what was that company? Briogeo had sent me the protein conditioner, and I had used it once. That was my first time using a protein conditioner or any deep conditioner in the last 2 years, almost 2 years, because I started this journey August 2021. So for almost 2 years, I hadn't used any deep conditioner. I'd kept it very, very, if you guys watch my page, you know, I don't really try and mess around with a lot of products. I usually do Uncle Funky as my base. I create hold. And then I have, you know, maybe I've tried some other things, but for the most part, that's been my routine. And then most recently, you know, and then I was doing Trepadora, and then most recently I stopped Trepadora, and now I'm doing Ember, and that combination, that's my thing. That's my perfect combination. Anyway, so I go and I get this thing, okay, and then on my next wash, I use the I shampoo, go in with zero, Olaplex zero. I read the instruction, it says wait 10 minutes. I wait 10 minutes. I hated waiting. Wait 10 minutes. And then I went in and I put Olaplex 3, and then I waited 10 minutes. That was 20 minutes. And then I went to my conditioner, and then I put K18. I waited 4 minutes. And then, sorry, no, I didn't go to my conditioner. Yeah, I did I did the shampoo. I rinsed. I did the shampoo, the Olaplex, and then I rinsed. And then I did K18, then I rinsed, then I went to conditioner. Anyway, my point is I did all that the first time. And then in my mind, I'm like, you're doing way too much, okay? You're doing way too much. How do you know you actually need this? Hi, Sydney. I do know. So then I did that about 3 weeks ago. I did these two. And then I was like, nah, this is not it. So I put it aside because I felt like, I know the Olaplex from the live. Okay, guys, this is somebody that doesn't know what they're talking about. Just, okay, me, I'm talking about me. From the live, I was like, okay, they work, the Olaplex and the K18 work at different areas of the protein bond, of the protein strand or whatever. So I was like, okay, so they worked in different areas of my hair, so I'll do that. But I had no color. I had no thin, fine hair, but my ends, I felt like my ends were really thin. So I did that. And then the next week for my wash day, I just went ahead and I put the Olaplex far and I did K18. So now the K18, I definitely noticed a difference in the strength of my hair. Okay. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to follow this K18 and do it for a month. So this week will be week 3. Okay. So I'll do the 18th week 3. And then do it again week 4, and then I'll put it aside. Because now, right now, I want to return this, but I bought it, I spent the money, and I'm not sure if I can return it after 1 use. But I'll call and see if they'll let me return it. Why am I sharing this now? It's not because I want you guys to go get Olaplex and K18. My thing is, I was sleeping and I woke up in the middle of the night and stuff like that. And I'm like, you know, I could have avoided all this if I had just called my stylist. Because eventually I called my stylist and I told her about my concerns. And she came up, we together came up with a plan, right? But initially I didn't do that. I panicked. I panicked and I went and I got all these products. Now, the other thing too is I don't want to be Ulta will take it back. Oh, thank God. I'm taking this back. I'm taking this back. The K18, I've watched Tammy's live of when she uses K18, and I know like I'm gonna need it. Like if my wash and go aren't popping, if I feel like my hair is a little limp, if I feel like my ends are thinning, if I feel like my hair isn't strong, I'll use after a month. okay? Because I did, I did 2 weeks, so I'm going to finish it and do 2 more weeks. Well, don't return the Olaplex. You can use it when you use heat style. Let me check with Elaine, because it was expensive. It was expensive. Yeah, I'll check with her. What? Tight curl. So you don't need the Olaplex. I don't think I need Olaplex. But I think the K18, I would. Bonjour, Tess Fancy. You know, I mean, maybe I need to research a little more about the Olaplex. I should have researched before I went to buy it. What I did is I listened to lives and then I went to buy it. And I didn't talk to my stylist. But anyways, but I'll keep the K18. For sure, the K18. And then I think I mentioned to you guys in the last live, you can go watch it, that I'm going to start doing protein treatment once a month, because I am doing manipulation to my hair. And to me, that's enough for me to use the protein treatment once a month with the manipulation. What did Elaine say? Okay, I'll be honest. When I talked to Elaine, I didn't tell her about the Olaplex and the K18. Because I'll tell you why. I felt like I was cheating. You know, I was like, what's the word? I cheated on my stylist. Honestly, I'm just being upfront. I feel like I cheated on my stylist. So I'll go back and talk to her about it. So I told her about all my problems, right? I told her about all my concerns that I had, okay? And then I did ask her, do I need a treatment? You know? And then I asked her about the blow dry and stuff like that. And then she said, you know, she was fine with me blow drying to see my ends, with the understanding, making sure I understood what that looks like from curly to straight, okay? And then I showed her, you know, we were on camera, so I showed her my ends. And then she said, yeah, and then she asked me how long I'd been feeling this way, experiencing this and stuff like that. And then she said, okay, you use this specific deep protein treatment just once a month, okay? So yes, I'm bringing it up again. I'm not saying you should go get these things like here. Now I'm here like saying, you know, why did I get Olaplex at this point? You know what I should have done first? I should have talked to her. But also, I know I self-diagnosed myself because I didn't want to be always crippled. Because often we hear, check with your stylist, right? Sometimes you don't necessarily want to check with your stylist. Like, it took me a while to check my stylist this time because I knew she was planning the event, right? And I'm not like in the same town, and the last time I didn't go see her, so I did feel like I don't want to bother her. Like, she has enough on her plate. Like, I want to be able to figure this on my own. So that was my initial thought process. And also, like, in my mind is like, is it really everything that I have to check with my stylist? You know, I don't want to be shackled to checking everything with my stylist. I hope this is not coming out the wrong way, but you know, I don't want to have to just check. There's certain things that I'm like, I should be able to, you know, with my hair, you know, I'm not curing cancer here. Like, I should be able to be like, you know what, I think I need this, I think I need that, you know. Anyway, so I want to be upfront with you guys about, and this is literally all I've done, like the new stuff in the last month, okay, that happened that I didn't tell anybody, because I know if you have a platform and you come and make a statement, right? Some people will just go and get the stuff. They'll just be like, we have the same hair and she's buying this, so I'm gonna go buy it. So I was very like cautious. I'm not gonna talk about this. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna come out and say, oh, my hair, I have these concerns about my hair. Just because it's a huge responsibility when you come on the live and you just put out information, right? I've been influenced. I was influenced and I went to get stuff. So if I'm influenced, I know other people are influenced. What protein do you use? I think it was gifted to me, but it's a Brio Geo Don't Despair. And thankfully, that's what Elaine said I should use. Carl Jackson said, unlike many girlfriends, I clarify and air dry and then apply number 0. You see, so, and that's one thing I found out. I was amazed at how many people were still deep conditioning. For some reason, I thought like people were rarely deep conditioning. And then I found out like, yeah, a lot of people are deep conditioning out here. I got everything at Ulta. But I'm going to keep my K18 because as soon as I put it in, I notice a difference. Like after 4 minutes, I notice a difference. So I know this would be handy. And this would be handy and stuff. So yeah, but this is full transparency, right? And also I question myself about, because I was telling people too, and I think this is true, the deep conditioners and the protein treatment stuff, they're treatments, right? To treat a problem. But I don't know if when I was saying it, I actually knew all the reasons why you would use a deep conditioner, right, in the last 2 years, except that all I knew is it's a treatment and you need to talk to your stylist about it. It's not until the last couple of months, maybe month or two, let's say the last month, that when I was on lives and stuff, that I actually started understanding when you want to use it. Instead of it just being go check with your stylist. I think everybody should know when to use it. I mean, check with your stylist, but otherwise, like, you can't do nothing unless you check with your stylist. And sometimes it's not always possible. Okay, I entered the K18. Tight curl. Hi, Ebony. So when I started out my hair journey, I did buy Olaplex, and only because I had heard that if you do back-to-back braids, this could be wrong, and go buy 0 and 3. Okay, if you do back-to-back, I did use it occasionally. Carl Jackson said number 0 is most effective when applied to dry hair. I see. You see that? Yeah, that's what it says on here, applied to dry hair. But I was on this live and it was mentioned like it's, you want your hair to be clean, dry and clean, clean. And for me, when I was doing it, I know I had gels and stuff in my hair. But I see, yeah, for instructions say dry hair. Tightly curled lady said, deep condition when necessary is good for our hair. Yes. Yeah. I just never did it. Ever. And, is it that my hair never needed it in the last 2 years? Sydney. Knowing or having a good idea when to use it is key. Yeah, versus, just check with your stylist. Okay, Silver Liberation said I'm making sense because I was like, I want to make sure this is clear. Yeah. And I never want to offend anybody in the process. But also I'm like, this is my page. And if I did something that I think could help somebody else not do the same mistake as me, I should tell people, you know. It is a bit embarrassing for me, yes, to be like, yeah, I reacted, okay? I listened to a lot of things and reacted. I didn't slow down, and I didn't talk to stylists and things like that. So I make those mistakes too, and learn from them. Quiet Leon, I do treatments and deep condition when I do heat styles and alternate styles like braids. Yeah. Yeah, and I have to think about this too, because, you know, how many times have you guys seen me in a different style? In a different style. I want to try other styles. I just get lazy. And that's another thing. I've almost get crippled with the idea of trying a different style. And I don't know why, because it's not like anybody told me don't try other styles. Before doing wash and goes, I did other things. I did twist outs, I did braids, I blow dried, I also got heat damage. Maybe that's where the crippling thing comes in, is because some of the hair practices weren't so good, right? And eventually got me to a Black Girl Curls, where I was able to simplify my routine and have healthy hair, okay? But the flip side of that is that once I started getting, you know, I was like, once I got into a comfort zone, I was like, yeah, these styles look cute. I want to try them. But then when wash day would come, I'd be like, I'm going to do a wash and go. So I do want to be able to try other styles. But I don't want it to be the way it was before, because before it didn't work for me. And it caused me to have heat damage and things like that. Unhealthy hair. In the air too, say, I'm interested in a protein. Can you recommend? Oh man, in the air. I don't know if you should take recommendation from me on protein treatments. Like, I literally started using protein like a month ago. Like, it was sent to me, the Briogeo, and then my stylist recently told me, recommended that, the Briogeo, don't despair. So don't take recommendations from me on that one. Sydney said, most of us don't see our stylist more than 3 to 4 times a year, so waiting may be damaging too. Yeah, exactly. And, you know, it's nice that I have a stylist I can message and will respond. Not everybody has that. Some people, it's like, it could be that you want answers, you gotta pay. You gotta see me in person. You know, but I've been fortunate, like, actually Elaine and the one here too, I messaged and I got a response, and even the one before that, like, would respond real quick. But it's not everybody has that. Quiet Leon said, I deep condition my kids' hair because I keep their hair in braids. Oh yeah. My Silver Liberation said, your transparency is good, especially the way you are explaining your situation and not trying to influence, but just discussing. Yeah, I don't want to influence anybody to get anything that I'm talking about on this live. I'm trying to be upfront with you guys about the fact that I was I'm gonna use the word like suffering in silence, right? I had these concerns. I'm like, I don't wanna talk to anybody about it. And then eventually it just like imploded, whatever. And then I went to the store and I purchased 3 things, just like that. Spent $300, you know. And I think, like, personally, I think if I had talked to my stylist first, I would have blow dried my hair to alleviate my concerns, right? And I wouldn't have gone to buy Olaplex, you know. Carl Jackson C6. Yes, I clarified, then air dry, then number 0. Oh man, that's just you know what? Like, I have anxiety just thinking about it because the little time I spent, so I just the 20 added minute doing this was like, oh my God, like, I gotta wait 10 minutes, then I had to add another I hated every second of it. Oh, Shams, the label. Hi, what's the conversation about? Oh, I'm just talking about some things I bought recently that I probably shouldn't have bought, and some of my, how I let my fears take over instead of communicating. Tightly curled lady. You merely reacted like a human. Yeah, I did. I did react. Yeah, my silver said we all react. Yeah, we do. There's a question here. What difference did you notice about K18? K18, once I put it in, my hair felt definitely like deep conditioned. It felt very conditioned, and my strands felt strong, you know. So that's what I noticed. That's the only way I explain it. Naturally blessed. I bought Olaplex and returned it. It did nothing for my hair. Yeah, I've heard people say that. And I wonder if it's just like because it works in different areas of the protein chain. Again, not a stylist, but from what I heard, like the Olaplex works in a different area, and then the K18 works differently. That was it. Right now, I feel like I've put everything out there. I've shared all my concerns. I've told you guys what I did or what I shouldn't have done. And yeah, I can move forward at peace. I'm not trying to get in the middle of anything. I'm not trying to bash anybody. Okay. Some people have had legit concerns that need to be addressed. Okay, guys. So you all have a good day, and we'll see you in the stories and the lives. All right. Bye bye.